Hey guys, I know it looks like I'm not wearing a shirt right now, but it is 115 degrees in Las Vegas, Nevada, so tube tops are kind of a thing over here. It is extremely hot no matter where you are. It's the desert. I just had to justify that because I feel like I look like I'm not wearing a shirt, but I am. I promise I am. I am. So this video is going to be about relationships. I made a long distance relationship video 7 months ago, and I wanted to follow up because I just have a lot more to say than I did 7 months ago being in that long distance relationship and still being in this long distance relationship. So if you guys want to know more about how I got through my troubled times during my long distance relationship, or how I'm still getting through those times with my boyfriend, then just keep on watching. I've been with my boyfriend for almost 3 years now. We've been long distance for about a year, and wow, it's been a roller coaster. Where do I even begin? In the last video, I talked about 7 tips on how to survive long distance, and when I rewatched it, I felt like I had so much more to say. I feel like I missed out on a lot of things in my last video. I felt like it wasn't premature, but I feel like now, going through almost a year of long distance, I have a lot more experience, a lot more knowledge, a lot more wisdom to give you guys, because 6 months ago it was fresh, it was new, it was kind of exciting to be in a long distance relationship. It was not really a part of my lifestyle, if that makes sense. Even though we were long distance for almost 5 months, that's still really new. It's especially when I'm creating a new life here, or you're moving on to different things, it's a new thing. So it wasn't settled into my day-to-day life. It wasn't, it wasn't comfortable. It was just new. I think that's the difference between this video and the last video, is that I know what it's like to deal with it on my worst of worst days, and I know how to deal with it on my best days. I think the first thing that I want to talk about is that it is not easy. It is the most difficult thing that I have ever dealt with, and I know that there are these cookie cutter videos out there that are going to tell you like it's worth it, blah blah blah, this and this. Like, yes, it is worth it. I'm going to sound cookie cutter right now. It is worth it, but it takes fucking hard work. It's not for people who are weak-minded. It's for someone who understands that for this much sacrifice, you will get this much satisfaction. With that being said, it's fucking hard. I don't want to sound negative, and I understand that sounded negative, but I just think that what I've learned the past couple of months is that it's not a straight line in relationships. It's hard work. You gotta make sure you save up the money to see them. You have to make sure you take the time out of your day to see what's going on in their life, because otherwise you're not building on the relationship. I think I was a little naive in the past video with, I don't know, I guess not like naive. I don't want to make myself sound like I didn't know what I was talking about. It was just more so that I didn't really face the ugly yet, and I didn't really go through the ugly yet. I thought that that was the ugly. I thought that saying goodbye and dealing with the distance for a little bit was the ugly part of long distance, but there are worse parts, there are uglier parts, there are harder parts of being in a long distance relationship. And I think that, going back to what I said, the first thing I have to say is that it's hard. It's not easy. It's not for the weak-minded. It's for people who understand that there is little to no satisfaction in a long-distance relationship, and you have to fucking deal with it. Like, it's the reality of it. You can romanticize it. You can, I don't know, you can like add flowers and pictures and quotes and all this shit, but it's fucking hard. Like, it's not easy. Even though it's hard, even though it's not easy, it's bearable. It's possible. You just have to know how to channel all these emotions that you're going through on a day-to-day basis. The past couple of months, I felt like long distance was something that was a hindrance. Like, I felt like it was not really playing into my day-to-day life in a positive way. I felt like, you know, we love each other, but what are we really doing here? Are we really gonna get married? Is this really a reality? Is this what's gonna happen? Or are we just kind of grasping at straws in the air? You have to be very realistic when you're going into it. You can't be wishy-washy. Like I said, it's possible, but it's only if you make it possible. Only if you're making these concrete plans, these for sure plans that you are gonna, in 3 years, 2 years, link up and have a life together, if that is what you want. There's no room for hesitation in long distance relationships. There's no room for maybe. You can't live your life according to maybes, especially in a long distance relationship. You have to 100% know in your heart that this is what you want to fight for, because there's going to be so many cooks in the kitchen telling you that you are wasting your time. And even in your worst moments, when you let your walls down and let everyone see the ugly behind the relationship, they're going to tell you that you don't deserve it, that you deserve better, and this and that. And it's up to you whether or not you want to listen to it. But if this is something that you want to fight for, you have to decide, even at your worst, that it sucks right now, but you're gonna get through it. My third point, because I'm just gonna make 3 points, I just want this to be as quick and concise as possible. I don't want to bullshit anybody. I don't want to give out information on YouTube to make it seem like long distance relationship is just this wishy-washy like love story that you're gonna get. Like, you're gonna get it only if you work hard for it. It's not gonna come to you. It's not gonna come to you or your partner. You have to make the decision in your head and be sure about it. And it teaches you a lot of things. It helps you out. It helps you out with being independent. It helps you communicate better as a partner. It helps you really dig deep and find what it is you love about them, because you don't get to have sex, you don't get to hold hands, you don't get to kiss, you don't get to do any of those things. So what you're relying on is pure mental connection. If your mental connection is strong enough, it should be easy. But if it's weak, if you're not working at it every day, then it gets hard. There are a lot of good things that come out of it too, and I feel like the good things are, they outweigh the bad. Like, yes, I don't get to hug Alec. I really don't get to see his face all that much aside from FaceTime, but what I do get to see is that he's still interested in my life, is that he is reminding me every day that he loves me, even if it's just a text. He has to live his life and I have to live my life, and I understand that in a perfect world, I would get more than just a text. I would get more frequent visits and he would get more frequent visits, but we're both just the same kind of individual where we're very laser focused on what our current goal is. And so, like, even though it gets hard and I don't get to have that constant communication with him, I still see that there's someone on the other end who wants this as much as I do. And it gets hard because there are some days where you feel like they don't want you the way you want them, or you feel like, Mochi, that's my phone, baby! There are gonna be those days where you feel like they don't care about you, or you don't care about them as much, and that's natural and that's fine. And I think that that's when people start freaking the fuck out. It's like, no, chill, relax, talk it out. It is dramatic, it is hard, emotions always rise, and it's fucking difficult. But the only way you're gonna get through it is if you are just 100% like concrete in your decision, like you know that this is what you want to do. Like with every small thing that Alec and I have fought over, big or small, whatever, with every single fight, at the end of the fight, like, yeah, I'm exhausted, I feel like, oh, this isn't worth it, but in my head, in my heart, I had already made the decision to see this through. And like, I know that some people think that that's too self-sacrificing. I know that some people think, oh, you're young, go enjoy yourself, but you have to make that decision for yourself, and you can't listen to the other people in your life who, I know they want what's best for you, but you know what you want, so you have to listen to you, not all the other parties, not the people that you cry to. You can't listen to their advice because you gotta listen to your heart first, and if your heart is telling you to fight for something, you gotta fight for it, even if it's difficult, even if it's mentally debilitating. And I went with a different approach the last video, but this video I feel like is just a lot more helpful in terms of like really getting down to the nitty-gritty of being in a long-distance relationship. You learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about your partner, and you learn about your common goals together, and you figure out why you are fighting for each other. And I think that's the beauty of it, because as hard as it gets, it's, at the end of the day, a motivating factor for you. It's like, we already got this far, you know, and we still love each other, so let's not let the distance keep us from having a beautiful future together. And that's what I think a lot more couples should start looking at it as. It's not this scary road to take, it's this beautiful path of finding yourself and finding a bigger picture, painting a bigger picture with your partner, I feel. And like I said, like it's not easy, and I'm gonna keep saying that, and I sound redundant right now, but You have to work hard for it. It's the hardest thing I have ever had to deal with at this point in my life right now. Just loving someone from a distance, it gets really difficult. Sometimes you're just like, oh, why am I doing this to myself? But you have to make that decision for yourself, and you have to stick with it. And you have to realize that the promise that you made affects another person's life. My camera died, oops. Yeah, anyway, that's all I have for this video. I know that it's not what I usually do. I just want to give you guys the honest truth about long distance relationships. And if you're in one, hang in there, because I'm pretty sure that you know that it's worth fighting for. And you don't need me to tell you that. You just know it in your heart, but you need to take that extra step. You need to be sure of it. You need to be proud of it. That's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope you like this one. If there's any words of encouragement, comments, whatever, leave them down below, and I will see you in my next video.